is the story of the very first Christmas, when a very special baby was born. You probably heard of him. He is called Jesus, and he is the Son of God. His mother was Mary, and she was married to Joseph. You probably heard of them too. Here they are now.
You've probably not heard of Grumble, though here he is. Grumble the donkey.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Grumble the donkey was very grumpy and liked nothing better than do to
Grumble. He had grumpy ears, and a grumpy nose, and grumpy hooves. In fact, he was a whole bundle of grumbles. However, that day he had much more to grumble about than usual.
You see, my Caesar is so famous, you have definitely heard of him. He had called for a census, and everyone had to come to the place of their birth to be counted.
Because I say so.
Mary and Joseph, that meant traveling all the way to Bethlehem. It was a really long and difficult journey, especially for Mary, who was about to have a baby. Luckily, they had a donkey. Yes, that's right. Guess who had to carry Mary all the way? Yours truly. Grumble rolled his eyes. Joseph had said that 5 times already. Grumble had aching ears, and an aching nose, and aching hooves.
Finally, they arrived in Bethlehem. Unfortunately, so had everyone else in the land. At least that's what it felt like. Mary and Joseph were pushed and shoved, trodden on and passed past. It was enough to make even the cherries hanging for us. Grumble, however, was not a cherry donkey. Mega Grumble.
Mary was exhausted. She knew her baby was going to be born soon. She needed to find somewhere to stay as quickly as possible.
Do you have any room of being?
No way. Nobody knock knock.
Go away.
We can take it.
Wi-Fi put into.
Thank you. Rumble didn't like the sound of this. Stables were for animals just like him. The last thing he wanted was she was in a nice, quiet stable. And as for a crying baby, that sounded like a whole bundle of trouble.
He decided to stay outside, where he could winch the mountain of silk in peace, very satisfying.
Rumble, rumble, rumble. That night in the humble little stable in Bethlehem, the Son of God was born, Jesus our Savior.
Meanwhile, in the hills above Bethlehem, some shepherds rushed over their flock of sheep. You might have heard them too. The sheep were being very naughty. Being naughty is one of the things that the sheep are very good at, along with leaping over fences and knitting.
I'm a fluffy, but I'm lovely. He's a fluffy, but he loves cheekiness. She's a fluffy, but he loves naughtiness.
It was bedtime and they really didn't want to go to sleep.
Suddenly, there was a bright flash in the sky.
The shepherds were terrified and fell to the ground, covering their eyes and wondering what was going to happen.
Don't be scared, shepherds. We need no harm.
The angel Gabrielle appeared. She was God's messenger and had important news for them.
I bring you good tidings of great joy. A king is born tonight. Jesus, the Son of God.
We got good news for you. We got good
They desperately wanted to see the newborn king, but they were only humble shepherds.
I'm a bundle of nerves.
Me too.
My hands are shaking, my toes are trembling.
They decided that they wanted to take gifts to the newborn king, but they were only poor shepherds. What could they possibly give him?
We just have shepherds, we don't have much to bring. What can we give to the special new king? What we will bring him, everything we got. A little lamb, a gift from us to bring. We just wash our hands, we don't have much to bring. What can we give to the special new king? What we will bring him, everything we got. And it's a lamb, a gift from us to bring.
The shepherds went down the hillside into Bethlehem in search of the stable. When they found it, the shepherds were nervous all over again.
Are we good enough to meet?
Grumble the donkey was cross that his snooze had rudely been interrupted. After his long journey, he was tired all over. His ears were tired, his nose was tired, and his hooves were tired. He was still a bundle of grumble.
Please don't disturb my snooze. Okay, let's roll in on the count of 3.
1,
2, 2.5, 3.
Traveling across the desert came 3 people who were far from poor and humble. There's a good chance you heard of them too. They were very wise kings and had been following a star from the east for a very long time.
I know lots of stuff.
I know lots of stuff about lots of stuff. You're very important.
The star the king was following was very big. They knew that it would lead them all the way to the special baby, the Son of God.
The star had suddenly stepped outside the stable.
Surely the special baby couldn't be born in a stable. Suddenly they found themselves full of doubt. Kings, probably because they are very important and are not used to feeling doubtful.
Rumble the donkey scouted this next set of visitors to disturb his news.
Who are you? We are very important kings. Very important kings. We know lots and lots of things. We show where you are, following the star, looking for the baby Jesus. We are very important kings.
of Grumpus. He looks grumpier than my camel.
Shall we not?
It's better out here, to be honest.
The kings looked at each other in confusion. Grumble explained.
Because of the baby.
He's got a point with his baby, Mr. Smalls.
I'm out of here.
Wait, did you say baby?
The kings looked at each other in astonishment. It was most unexpected, and yet also rather wonderful. Nobody knew quite what to do. Finally, Grumble had enough. That's it.
They couldn't stand outside all evening, he said. Why didn't they all go in together?
Great idea. The stable was peaceful and bathed in a warm glow of love, which came from a tiny little baby snoozing in the manger. In the hearts they all knew that Jesus was a very special baby. The kings and shepherds suddenly realized that had no worry or doubt left in their hearts.
The kings left gold, francis, and myrrh. The shepherds left a lamb. They all gathered around the manger to greet him, all except for one little donkey.
Grumble, we want to see him. Suddenly, Grumble didn't feel quite so grumpy anymore. What was this strange sensation inside him? He tiptoed over to the manger, feeling shy. He peered inside and then gave his biggest, broadest, donkeyish grin ever.
Oh, wow. The baby wasn't a bundle of trouble. In fact, he looked like a whole
Bundle of joy.
All his grumbles disappeared. As he looked around, he realized that everyone else felt it too. They felt it in their ears, they felt it in their noses, and they felt it in their feet. But most of all, they felt where it really counts, in their hearts.
Everyone in that humble little stable was filled to bursting with wonder, love, and joy. And from that day on, Grumble realized the true power of joyfulness, and he never grumbled again.
Well, not that much anyway.